What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome to episode 115 of The Road to Glory, here with FC United of Manchester. Hopefully you guys are good. Since the last episode, just one game to tell you about, against West Brom, 4-0 in the FA Cup. Quality little result, Bastian Hübner, the young German lad, getting 4 goals in 34 minutes, which was pretty crazy. Crazy young talent, this guy. Came in this season for £21 million, which is a lot to pay for such a young player, but this guy seriously has some potential. Already showing it in performances like the one he gave me in the previous game. Really solid player. If he can stay fit, I'm more than certain that he can certainly be a real kind of star for us going forward. But one of his main weaknesses is injury proneness, so it's something that I've got to keep an eye out on. Hopefully he can just stay fit. He's not had any really bad injuries yet, and so at the moment I'm pretty hopeful, and he's been fairly fit for the last few years, so I'm still keeping my fingers crossed that he'll be able to stay fit for us. But anyway, today we have got the first leg against Barcelona, and then I'll be doing the second leg later on in this episode, so 2 for the price of 1, but I will be just playing through all the games in between and doing an update after those 4 games. But we are playing away to Barcelona in the new camp. Not an easy game for us. Barcelona won La Liga the last 3 years in a row. In terms of their fixtures in the Champions League, they were in Group A. They actually finished second behind Sporting Lisbon and kind of struggled a little. So it'll be interesting to see how we get up against them come today. Previous meetings, they've won 1, and then the previous 2 have also been draws. The 2 draws came in Champions League games though, so I'm kind of hopeful that we have a semi-decent record against them, kind of in competitive games. And so going into today's game away, it's not going to be easy, but hopefully we can get something from it. Just a little bit of news to let you know. Obviously Nazarov is now suspended for 1 European match. I don't have a backup right wing back at the moment because Prest is not registered, and so as a result I switched to a flat back 5 at the back, but Ranjic and Alexander Roger will both be playing as kind of wing backs. So they will push up the field, they just won't be starting from as high up, which may actually benefit us considering today we are playing against Barcelona away. Peyrod's on the bench, not going to risk him, needs a rest, going to try and give him that rest, maybe throw him on with a few minutes left to go. Up front, Bastian Hübner, on the back of his 4 goals against West Brom, has earned a spot in today's game, and he is demoted. Peyrod, who was having a break, onto the bench, and then Alfredo Senior is just slotting him behind. So hopefully that works out for us. It's going to be a tricky tie. Barcelona have a very good squad, mostly made of regens. Now they have got Draxler though, and they've got some pretty solid players here who we're going to have to be aware of. So it'll be interesting to see how we get on today. Key player for us is Tanguy Horn. And yeah, we'll see what comes our way this game. It's not going to be an easy one. It'd be nice if we could at least try and get to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. However, Barcelona are a very tough team to play against, so you never know. But we'll go into today's game, we'll see what we can get away from home, and hopefully we can just kind of keep a fairly good record and maybe get an away goal or 2. So Serra, their playmaker, just got injured immediately, which is nice. Apparently our passes are connecting well. Look at the stats. First few shots of the game are coming for us, and it looks like we are piling on a bit of pressure. Alexander Roger whips the ball into the box. Cleared by them. Potential counter-attack now for Barcelona. The problem I have with kind of playing a 5 at the back is it's a lot harder to coordinate a defensive line. We like to play the offside trap, and because playing with the wing backs who would normally play slightly further up, they're now in the line with the back 2. Back 3 centre backs. Oh, go on, Zhao Zhou. Great finish. Wow, 1-0. Okay, well, what I was going to say was it's harder to hold a line with 5 men with the wing backs sitting deeper, which is kind of obvious, but they're great goal for us. Kind of been coming our way. Looking at the stats, we've been on top. Not as much of the ball, but we're doing stuff with it, which is the main thing. And looks like we've got another chance here, working the ball around fairly nicely. Don't want to get caught with possession though, deep in their half. And certainly don't want to give Barcelona any easy chances. They're really pushing us up the field here. I should expect Barcelona to do so, but we have got a chance here. Bastian Hübner, young German, misses a chance there. That was a great chance for him. He's earned a spot in this first team on the back of his 4 goals previously. Unfortunately, they couldn't quite repay the favour putting him by starting him. But nevertheless, good signs. Barcelona yet to have a shot on target now, halfway through the first half. And we've got another chance here from a set piece. Ball in. Hubner's there. He gets the towering header. The young German gets 4 goals at West Brom in the FA Cup. And now has scored. Okay, whoa, okay, the number went back there. If you rewind, it went back to 1-0, and I thought he'd been given offside and I'd missed it, but it hasn't, thank God. My heart just skipped a beat then. I was getting all worried that I just celebrated nothing. Jesus, don't ever do that again to me, FM. But nevertheless, very good stuff so far. 2-0 up away at Barcelona. One more goal, and I'd kind of say the game is ours. That's maybe a bit premature to say it, but away from home, 3-0 at the Nou Camp would be a great result. They're yet to have a shot on target yet, which is another great stat. Payrod isn't even playing for us at the moment. It gives you an idea of just how strong our squad is. 20 minutes left. I'm going to make some changes. We're going to make a few subs. I'm going to take off Alfredo Senior. I really want to sub off Ranjic, but I don't have a backup left wing back, so he is just going to have to play despite his struggling for fitness. But other than that, I'm going to stick with that for now. Don't really need to change anything with regards to the system because the team's playing well. We've performed well defensively considering the likes of Nazarov aren't playing, Payrod hasn't started, but we're still creating plenty of opportunities despite having not so much of the ball. Which just shows that we're defending really well and hitting teams on the break, and it actually looks like it's going to finish 2-0 here, which is an absolutely superb result. Alfredo Senior, man of the match performance for him, 2 assists. In fact, no, he didn't even get man of the match, but he did get 2 assists. Matty at centre back must have done some seriously special defending then to get that man of the match award. Great performance by the team. Fantastic little result there. 2-0. Bayer Leverkusen also beat Sporting Lisbon, which is an easy one. An interesting one, I should say. I can't even get my words out today, but nevertheless, great little win for us there. And what I'm now going to do is, guys, I'm going to go forward to the next leg. And I'll join you guys then when we're playing at home in the second leg against Barcelona in the Champions League first knockout stage. Okay guys, so we're back for the second leg here against Barcelona. I've got to try and keep my voice down because it's getting a bit late, but you know when you're playing FM that's near impossible to keep your voice down. But we go into today's game. A few fixtures to tell you guys about that happened between the two fixtures. As you can see, we've kept 6 clean sheets in a row now in all competitions, looking really good for us. We kicked things off with a 3-0 win against Wolverhampton. As you can see here, Bastian Hubner keeping his goal scoring record up, grabbing 2. We then went to Tottenham and Hubner again grabbing another 2. He's been in superb scoring form, and this was a really good one because it was against Tottenham. We'd obviously lost our unbeaten run to them in the previous kind of meeting with them. This was a game we dominated. It's a game we deserved to win. Unfortunately for us, we got the goals that mattered. We then got an absolutely fantastic 3-0 win away against Man City. Hubner getting another 2. This guy has suddenly he's hit some form all of a sudden. 20 goals in 18 games in all competitions is an unbelievable record. And long may it continue. I've kind of found a goal scorer here. He came in at the start of the season for £21 million. He was a gamble. I brought him in thinking he's probably the world's best potentially striker alongside Payrod, who I can actually sign. And looking at his stats, he's already starting to repay the faith. Stats are improving, and hopefully he can keep that going. So 3-0 against Man City was amazing. And then we went into the FA Cup 6th round. Hubner didn't grab 2 this game, but he didn't even feature until the second half where I brought him on. But looking at the side, fairly well rotated squad. One talent that you guys need to keep an eye out for is this guy, Diego, 20 years old. He's a left wing back, but the thing that makes this guy a little bit different is the fact that he doesn't have any speed, and I am training his quickness, but he's just a really well all-round player, unbelievably gifted all the way around, and I'm hoping he can just keep this going. So, really nice player, really kind of a talent for the future if we can keep him going. So, keep your eye on this guy. He could be certainly one for the future. But anyway, we have got the game against Barcelona today. It's going to be a tricky tie, but we set up with our near enough full strength side. Hubner's not going to start today and giving him a little bit of a break. I don't think he actually needs the break, but going into this game 2-0 up, he'll probably be the player who comes on off the bench. I'm just going to tell the guys I expect their run to keep going. So we'll see how we get on here. Barcelona 2-0 up from the first leg. Let's see what we can do today. Home advantage you'd hope would play into our hands. Also the fact we've not conceded in 6. It would be amazing if we could keep this run going. I mean, to not concede in 7 games and have played Barcelona twice, Tottenham and Man City would be an unbelievable record. To go 6 games unbeaten, which is already a club record in terms of being unbeaten at the back. To make it 7 would be amazing, but 6 including Barcelona, Tottenham and Man City would be superb. Looking at the stats though, fairly 50-50 going into the second half. we're fine. It's exactly what we needed to do. We don't need to concede any away goals. One goal here would mean that Barcelona have to score 3, so they don't want to overcommit too soon. And at the moment, it's a balanced game. We don't need to do anything too drastic here. We don't need to change our game plan. Just stick with what we're comfortable with. We're having a little bit more of the ball than them. Created a similar amount of chances, although all in all, it's been pretty stale in the middle of the park. Just going to make one change here. I'm going to take off João José and bring on Hubner. I'm also going to bring on Luis Enrique for Matty, who's already booked. No point in risking him getting a booking, and he's already struggling a little bit with fitness, so it seems like a needless risk to take with 30 minutes left. But no, in a really good situation at the moment. Very content with how we're playing. And it looks like we may even have a chance here going forward, which is good to see. Working the wall around nicely. One thing Tanguy Horn doesn't need to do is get sent off. It'd be annoying if he was to get sent off for 2 episodes in a row. So hopefully he can keep his kind of tackles well timed. But we're looking good at the moment. Barcelona here with the ball, trying to spread us wide. But you can already see our really wide back line pressing up is looking good. However, direct play here by them. And that's unfortunate, actually. I think that was a tackle there, and the ball just trickled to Julian Draxler, and suddenly Barcelona might have a late opportunity here. It's important to note that even if they were to score again, 2-0 wouldn't be enough for them in terms of winning them on the night. It would go to extra time. But at the same time, I really want us to hold out here. I think we should be holding out. Disappointing to get beaten at the back, but we need to remain composed in these kind of situations. And I'd much rather we just get the ball out from the defensive line here. But looking like we're knocking the ball around nicely. Ball through, Bastian Hubner. He's got Peyrod to his right. Peyrod's there. Keeper saves it, but a good chance there. Gonabeg. But no, good play. 9 minutes left. Just got to hang this out now. Just hold on. With 1 minute left, time for a little bit of cheeky time wasting. Going to bring on Rico Francis. I'm not even sure if time wasting works in Football Manager, but we can try it. The 89th minute sub, and with 2 minutes left, one last hoof ball perhaps. Pavlenko collects it, really collected by the keeper, and I think we might have this game in the bag. We may even have a chance from one more goal as Nazarov goes on some crazy run. Hubner's there, bury that. Hubner buries it. That's another goal for him. Superb goal scoring record for him. Unbelievable talent he is. £21 million. That was a gamble well spent, and he's been pretty quiet for the first half of the season, but in this second half, just since kind of January, he's upped his game. He's playing unbelievably, and it's fantastic to see. So 1-1 on the night, 3-1 on aggregate. Great little result for us. Happy with how the team played. Great result, and one that I think has to go down in the record books, really. To beat Barcelona over 2 legs is superb. Unfortunately, I won't know who I've got in the Champions League because of the way the fixtures are done over 2 weeks, like alternate weeks with games. But nevertheless, great result there. Unfortunate that we couldn't win and retain our kind of unbeaten record. Looking forward, the next game is probably going to be the FA Cup semi-final, which we're now in against Norwich. Unless the Champions League slots in before that. So I guess you guys will just have to stay tuned for the next episode to find out what happens on the game front. But very exciting trip to Wembley to look forward to. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to the next episode. Things are really coming together nicely here. If you have enjoyed the video, guys, please be sure to hit the like button. It does help me out, gives me motivation to make more FM videos for you guys. And other than that, it is me, Jack, guys, and I'll talk to you in a bit. I'm out.